Travis Montague, founder and CEO of Holler, and this is Conversation Nation. I'm joined with Rodney Bullard of Chick Fil A. Rodney has been a longtime friend, and I'm excited to have this conversation with him about racial injustice and things that we as business leaders could be doing within our companies to promote change.
Travis, it's always good to see you, my friend. You are my favorite team member turned world traveling entrepreneur, and we're very proud that you are a part of the Chick Fil A family. And so for those of you all who may not know, Travis was once a Chick Fil A team member in Florida, and he has done amazing things since then. And so I have the opportunity to run corporate social responsibility at Chick Fil A, and that includes our corporate giving, that includes our environmental sustainability, that includes our community engagement. And so we have been very intentional about engaging in communities of color for some time. I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia, and I join you right now from Atlanta, Georgia as well.
At the highest level, tell me really quickly, how are you feeling right now? How do you think about the current climate and what's going on in the world today?
You know, honestly, I'm hopeful. And I know that sounds strange. I'm hopeful because we've come to a point, I anticipate, and I would like to say that we've come to a point of pain, point of frustration, a point where we refuse to go back, a point where we've seen so many injustices. And frankly, we've taken the injustices that we've seen from a police brutality standpoint, and we've started to look in other places and turn over other rocks. And so I see more efforts to have these types of conversations. I see more efforts to increase inclusion, but what we've got to do is increase belonging. We've got to increase relationship. Great start, but they're only the beginning. We've got to continue to have these conversations and continue to have them in every level of business, every level of our society, whether it be church, whether it be school, whether it be in our own homes, and examine how we're interacting with one another. So one of the things that I talk about a lot right now is being intentional about being a bridge and how we're connecting to other people. And really thinking about when we don't have a bridge, what happens? When we don't have a bridge to other people, we always create suspicion. It's natural. You think about what's on the other side of the chasm, and you always make up something that's unnatural, that's suspicious. And so we've got to create bridges to one another so that we can get rid of all of this suspicion and all of this mistrust and all of this division that we have in this country right now.
What are some of the weaknesses that you've observed with diversity inclusion programs historically, and what are some of the things that you've seen today that feel a little bit encouraging as you move forward that business leaders might want to look into?
Well, you said it, my friend. A number of people have had diversity efforts, supply diversity efforts, have increased the number of people who may work at their company that look differently than some others. But you've got to make sure that you are increasing opportunity. You have to nurture talent. Sense of belonging is a new term that I'm continuing to get to know because we talked about diversity, and diversity is having more people who look different from one another. And we know that those teams actually do better than teams that are homogenous. Harvard tells us, Stanford tells us that, many studies tell us that. We also know that you can then get to inclusion, and inclusion is this sense of, well, I'm here and I'm included in the conversation, but the sense of belonging, I'm here and I can bring my full self. I'm here and I feel like I belong and I'm treated as if I belong. Those are really important, and those then get us to mentorship and to sponsorship and to nurturing so that everyone has the opportunity to grow in the place that they're planning.
And so if there's one thought that you would like to leave all our viewers with, what would you say that would be?
Was something Congressman John Lewis said. He said, we all live in the same house. We all live in the same house. Maybe the same corporation, it may be the same neighborhood, it may be the same city, but we all live in the same house. We are all neighbors, and we should know one another, we should connect with one another, and even more so, we should uplift one another. And so what we're asking from a diversity, equity, and inclusion standpoint is really just table stakes. It is a matter of how you would treat your neighbor, how you would treat your family member. And when we do that, we will get better results. we will be a better community, but we also be a better business. We'll do better in what we're aiming to do in our objectives. So we all live in the same house and treat each other as such.
Well, Rodney, first of all, thank you so much. I know that one of my time at Chick Fil A and with the family there, and I say family because it really did feel like that when I was there, that I know that you guys live by the same house mentality. And I think that's such a great insight for our viewers. So thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for taking the time to do this. We appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer while it's here.
Thank you, Travis. Thank you for leading. And I look forward to tuning in to future conversations as well.